Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We have a moment of silence, please. Roll call, Mike.
Councilor Coast? Here. Councilor Strata?
Here.
Councilor Sham?
Here.
Councilor Chamberlain?
Present.
Councilor Sturts?
Here.
Councilor Fry?
Here.
All members are present. We have a quorum.
Thank you. We have approval of the prior meeting's minutes. So moved.
Second.
Motion moved by Councilor Coast and second by Councilor Sturts. Councilor Coast?
Yes.
Councilor Sturts?
Yes.
Councilor Strata?
Yes.
Councilor Sham?
Yes.
Councilor Chamberlain?
Yes.
Councilor Fry?
Yes.
6 yeas, 0 nays, motion carries.
Committee reports. Start with our park board.
Park Board, we moved our meeting on the road. We met at Rotary Park rather than council chambers on Tuesday, September 15. Dave Murray got back to Park Board members about blacktop at Biddle Park. If you remember, Park Board members asked him to see how much ground would be covered with $50,000 worth of pavement. Dave provided a little sketch as to how far that would, how much that would cover. Park Board would like to recommend to City Council and administration to try to budget some money for blacktopping Biddle Park moving into 2016. Bonnie Greiser asked for permission to post some signs about the upcoming pool levy and also hosting a fundraiser for the pool as well, October 8th and October 10th. Both of those things, Park Board members did not object. The bathroom project at Reard Park that's being completed by Rotary members is in progress. Dave complimented on how nice the improvements are. We took a tour of Rotary Park and saw the improvements of the rock being spread around the pond. The siding has been replaced, and Dave mentioned that he has plans of replacing the roof, maybe hopefully in 2016. Our next meeting will be held at Homecoming Park, October 13 at 7 a.m. Nothing more, Mayor.
Okay, thank you. And no action in that.
No, just
All right, thank you. Okay, finance.
The Finance Committee met on Thursday, September 17th, 2015. We have been called for two purposes. The first was the potential purchase of body cameras. The police chief explained that the department had been looking into a variety of different models. They were looking for something dependable but also simple to operate. They are asking to purchase 6 cameras, 6 body cameras, and 1 docking station to accommodate them at an estimated cost of $7,000. It was discussed that there was money in the Drug Enforcement Fund to cover this purchase. It just hadn't been allocated. So the Finance Committee voted and approved to have the Finance Director go ahead and budget the necessary funds to purchase 6 body cameras and 1 docking station from those funds. The second item that we had met for had to do with the financial portion of possibly 2 flashing LED stop signs at the corner of Walnut Street and Fulton Street, which the street committee then met on today. That report, I'm sure, will be coming up. But from a financial standpoint, here again, these signs cost roughly $1,275 a piece, and they're looking at purchasing 2 of them. From the financial standpoint, there was money available in the State Highway Maintenance Fund, which would be applicable for this. So again, we authorized the Finance Director that if the project was approved by the Streets Commission, to go ahead and allocate the funds necessary to make the purchase. And then Jamie, the Director of Finance, informed us that there had been another application for an income tax refund that, if ultimately approved by the tax department, the finance department would be cause for a potential budget amendment down the road, just to increase that line item. But we will tackle that if and when the time comes. So our recommendations to council were the 2 purchases. The money for the body cameras and docking station, and the second recommendation was the financial aspect of the 2 flashing stop signs. That is it, Mayor.
Okay, I guess we could make a motion on the first recommendation and wait for the streets, or we can wait for the streets and go ahead and make 2 recommendations after that.
I'm
It's up to
comfortable.
council.
Yeah, I'm comfortable making recommendation or a motion that we accept both recommendations out of finance.
The second recommendation out of finance was pending their approval, so we might just want to go ahead and approve those recommendations and be done with it. But then we'll see if they approved it.
I think that's right. If they don't approve it, then it's contingent on that, and it wouldn't pass anyway, so you might
Okay.
as well
All right,
vote on both of them.
so we have a motion on the floor here from Counselor.
Good on both of them?
Yep.
Yeah, I made a motion that we accept both recommendations out of finance committee.
Seconded.
Motion moved by Counselor Chamberlain and second by Counselor Estrada. Is there any more discussion? Counselor Chamberlain?
Yes.
Counselor Estrada?
Yes.
Counselor Coats?
Yes.
Counselor Shamp?
Yes.
Counselor Sturts?
Yes.
Counselor Fry?
Yes.
6 yeas, 0 nays, motion carries.
Okay. So we want to hear from the streets then?
Yeah, I'm comfortable providing that report. Councilors Fry, Estrada, and myself just completed a meeting, a street committee meeting where we addressed the issue of those flashing stop signs at Fulton and Walnut, right?
Yes.
Yep. We had an opportunity to review a letter authored by Chief Torbett. He wasn't present for the meeting, but we did review a letter from him providing his recommendation and the justification for the recommendation. And we also reviewed the Finance Committee meeting minutes as well. After reviewing all that material, members were comfortable in making a recommendation that we place, go ahead and have those signs placed on both sides of Fulton Street to sort of help shore that up, make it a little safer for folks. So our recommendation would be that we go forward with the placement of those 2 stop signs. Is that fair, Martin? Rick, are we okay? And also, we heard from Robert Tadson. He brought forward a concern about parking on Superior Street, and committee members will be looking into that and scheduling a future committee meeting to address that possible issue. So that's the summary from our street committee meeting, Mayor.
I'll make a motion to accept the recommendation from the street committee.
I'll second that.
Motion moved by Counselor Coast and second by Counselor Shamp. Is there any more discussion? Counselor Coast?
Yes.
Counselor Shamp?
Yes.
Counselor Estrada?
Yes.
Counselor Chamberlain?
Yes.
Counselor Sturts?
Yes.
Counselor Fry?
Yes.
6 yeas, 0 nays, motion carries.
Thank you. Okay, moving on to department heads. David was not able to make it. I think everybody got a letter from David Wright, from Mag here. He wanted everyone to see and also give to the public that he was not able to make it to the meeting tonight, but he will be hosting on October 7th in the Police and Fire Training Room. Topic will be the Wauseon Downtown Revitalization Building and Business Owner Rehab. There will be some items to be discussed. So that meeting will take place on October 7th at 6 p.m. So he wanted that to be noted for the public and for council also. So next on the list will be Chief Seward.
Thank you. County Fire Chiefs will meet Wednesday at 2 p.m. for a work session with commissioners in regards to our EMS contract for the upcoming years. We're just basically hammering out the details of some issues that our law director, Tom, and the county prosecutor have been working out. Nothing to really report as anything final yet, but next time. We had a fire department sponsored a golf outing for the Northwest Association Saturday, and everybody got plenty wet, but it was a successful golf outing. And we'll be working with the police department this Saturday for a safety demonstrations in the parking lot at the municipal building here during the chili cook-off, which is scheduled to occur this coming Saturday also. You might have received some information the last couple of days about the fire marshal making a visit tomorrow night, and you're welcome to that meeting. It has been canceled as of about 3 o'clock this afternoon due to the fire marshal being redirected by his boss to another location. So That'll be rescheduled for October. And that's all I have.
Thank you, Chief. Tom?
Just so council's aware, there'll be a planning commission meeting Monday right now. Be the final review of the new doctor's office at the former drive-in theater site. We're waiting for the full-size drawings of the engineering so we can review it. Also, just to let you know that we did have the concerned citizen that donated $20,000 to the Elm Street sidewalk. That check was given today, so
That's all final.
that's here. So, you know, we thank that person. They know who they are. So, and I'm working with a couple of projects with Matt Gilroy and Port Authority on trying to keep a local business here in town and let them get a new site that'll retain about 6 jobs. So we're working with that, and pretty much where we're at right now. So, I won't be at the planning commission meeting on Monday. I'm leaving, go visit my daughter, so I'll be gone next week. I'll be back on next Tuesday.
Mayor, can I ask Tom a question?
Sure, go ahead.
Do you plan on attending our public meeting?
I'll be in California.
Oh, you'll be on.
Yeah. So no, I won't be there. I'm not coming back for that.
We'll Skype you.
If you guys have any questions, let me know this week and I'll be happy to
Okay.
respond to
All
them.
right,
Right,
thank you.
right, yeah, if anybody.
I will tell you, we have Ms. Short from out there requested some information that we didn't have because we don't, when Tim had asked about the R2 development, it never happened. So it was never recorded in our records, but I talked to Tim today and he was gonna forward a copy of what he had to the people out there so they could review it. So.
Dennis?
Out at the water reclamation plant, at long last, the replacement of the secondary digester lid project is substantially complete. We were waiting on some final painting to be done, and that has taken place, so very good. On the 15th, we had a pre-construction meeting also at the water reclamation plant for the next project, which is replacement of the 2 screw pumps. That contractor plans on mobilizing sometime in October, actually shortly after some sluice gates arrive. They'll be on site to get that going, and they anticipate being in and out within about 30 days, so wish them Godspeed on that project. Linfoot Street, there's obviously some activity going on there. Currently, Ohio Gas Company, independent of our project, is replacing high-pressure main on the north side of Linfoot Street. They're also going to replace portions of the low-pressure gas main, which is located on the south side of the street. But again, that's totally independent of our construction project. They just would really like to get in and out before we get started. Toledo Edison has also been on site. They still have some poles to move, but they've got some of those done. On the water side, out at the water treatment plant, Lou had a visit from Ohio EPA, a couple individuals. They're coming out with some new policies and strategies related to harmful algae blooms. So anybody who operates a surface water plant is going to be subject to some new guidelines and new ways of thinking about things. We have been very fortunate here in Wauseon because we have 2 reservoirs. Algae happens, it happens just about every year. But we have the ability to attack it in one reservoir, shut that one off while it's being treated and use the other one. So thus far, we've avoided any really even minor problems. Nonetheless, they want us to review using ozone as a weapon against harmful algae blooms. To that end, Lou and I went and toured a plant Friday near Davis Bessie that has an ozone treatment setup, and so we're starting to dig in and study that. Also, in a second reminder, in this month's water bills, there'll be another trihalomethane notice. Again, this past quarter, we tested slightly above the regulations there. You do not need to change your drinking water source or anything like that, but we are required to do the public notice every time that test happens and we don't pass. Getting to passing that test, our electrician to install the aeration and mixing equipment in the Shoup Avenue Tower is on site and installing his stuff. The manufacturer actually does their own installation of the aeration and mixing equipment, and they are scheduled to be on site the week of September 28th. So hopefully that'll all be in place and working well when we have to test the next quarter. Thus far, back on Lightfoot Street, we did not have a start date from our contractor. They had told us they wanted to be in here the first part of October, and thus far, we don't have a date. So as soon as that becomes available, I'll be letting everybody affected know.
Okay, thank you.
Dennis, what are your plans to clean up the star on Leggett? Looks like there was an accident over the weekend and half of it's missing. Are you guys tearing that whole thing down or
No.
rebuilding? Or?
No, we'll rebuild it.
Is that Edison's project too?
Well, only because they're the ones that supply the poles and have the equipment to install the big poles. We purchased the poles from them. So we'll be getting a hold of Cleo Edison, actually as part of the accident report and insurance responsibility of the person that had the incident will be to repair the damages there. So we get a hold of Edison, they give us a price, and we go from there.
So Edison has till November 28th? Is that what you're saying? Isn't that when the lights go on? November 28th?
We fix it so it doesn't happen.
I'm not certain they'll be bound by that
Yeah,
deadline.
it would be nice before that. You're right. Okay, Jamie, I know that you're in a hurry.
Yeah, I don't have anything new to report tonight, and I do have to leave, so if you have any questions, please go ahead.
Anybody have any questions?
Nope.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jamie. Okay, Tom?
Working on the EMS contract with Rick and the folks from Archibald actually, and Scott from the prosecutor's office. Working with Dennis on the real estate purchase agreement transaction for the Lightfoot Street property, and we've received preliminary requests for negotiations with the three unions, so we're starting to think about that process as well, which will probably happen October sometime. Sort of the highlights. And I would say, please come out and taste Barbara Keeper's, Tom Robinson, and Nick Waters chili.
Wow.
We're looking forward to receiving your chips.
Jeez, what fun.
How many different chilies are you making?
I'm not sure. We're meeting tomorrow.
Oh, that's at the big meet. Huh? Okay. Thank you for doing that. We went from about 3 batches of chili to 8. I think we're up to 18 now. So
Oh, boy.
that's pretty good. That's the biggest amount we've ever had, so that's good. Okay. Any questions for Tom? All right, let's move on to first reading. Resolution 2015-28, accepting the amount and rates as determined by the Budget Commission and authorizing the necessary tax levies and certifying them to the county auditor and declaring an emergency.
I move that we suspend the rules on Resolution 2015-28 and declare an emergency.
Second?
Motion moved by Counselor Shamp and second by Counselor Chamberlain. Is there any discussion? Counselor Shamp?
Yes.
Counselor Chamberlain?
Yes.
Counselor Coats?
Yes.
Counselor Strata?
Yes.
Counselor Sturts?
Yes.
Counselor Frye?
Yes.
6 yeas, 0 nays, motion carries.
Final passage.
Second.
Motion moved by Counselor Coats and second by Counselor Sturts. Counselor Coats?
Yes.
Counselor Sturts?
Yes.
Counselor Strata?
Yes.
Counselor Shamp?
Yes.
Counselor Chamberlain?
Yes.
Counselor Frye?
Yes.
6 yeas, 0 nays, resolution 2015-28 passes on emergency and is now in effect.
Okay, thank you. Resolution 2015-29, note there are a couple of typos. authorizing the mayor to enter into a real estate sales contract for the sale of the real property located at 540 West Linwood Street and declaring an emergency.
Make a motion to suspend the rules and declare an emergency on 2015-29.
Second.
Motion moved by Counselor Chamberlain and second by Counselor Coast. Is there any discussion? Counselor Chamberlain?
Yes.
Counselor Coast?
Yes.
Counselor Strata?
Yes.
Counselor Shamp?
Yes.
Counselor Sturts? Yes. Counselor Fry?
Yes.
6 yeas, 0 nays, motion carries.
Final passage. Second.
Motion moved by Counselor Shamp and second by Counselor Sturts. Counselor Shamp?
Yes.
Counselor Sturts?
Yes.
Counselor Fry?
Yes.
Counselor Chamberlain?
Yes.
Counselor Strata?
Yes.
Counselor Coast?
Yes.
6 yeas, 0 nays, resolution 2015-29 passes on emergency and is now in effect.
Thank you. Nothing under second reading. We have nothing under third reading. So we're going to move on to new business. Suggested language for inclusion on agenda. We have for Council 2, I need to read this real quick. Council reserve the right to adjourn into executive session at any time it deems appropriate. The distribution of this agenda does not obligate council to take action on the items set forth herein, nor does it limit council from taking action on other items not on the agenda. The list of agenda items is subject to change if additional items are added. Council will use its best effort to notify all interested parties of changes to the agenda prior to the meeting.
I'd make a motion to add that little disclaimer to all future agendas.
I'll second that.
Motion moved by Counselor Chamberlain and second by Counselor Shamp. Is there any discussion? Counselor Chamberlain?
Yes.
Counselor Shamp?
Yes.
Counselor Strata?
Yes.
Counselor Coast?
Yes.
Counselor Sturts?
Yes.
Counselor Fry?
Yes.
6 yeas, 0 nays, motion carries.
Just want to remind everybody to hit the chili cook-off Saturday. And approval of the bills.
So moved.
Second.
Motion moved by Counselor Coast and second by Counselor Shamp for approval of the bills. I was kind of jumping ahead to adjournment.
Whatever you want to do, Meg.
Wind her up.
Counselor Chamberlain?
Yes.
Counselor Shamp?
Yes.
Counselor Strata?
Yes.
Counselor Coast?
Yes.
Counselor Sturts?
Yes.
Counselor Fry?
Yes.
6 yeas, 0 nays, motion carries.
I move we adjourn.
Second.
Motion moved by Counselor Shamp and second by Counselor Coast for adjournment. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries.
Careful going right now.
Good night.
You too. See you later.
Gotta get this sucker.
Okay, hit that.
You can get